gentlemen, boys, and girls, so we're going to go over the Loza M4-A2. I'm going to kind of go over it pretty quick. Towards the end of the match, or after the match, I kind of got long-winded explaining the Anonymizer, how basically you can really figure out who is using it and who isn't using it anyways, and what they need to do to kind of fix that. So we're just going to go over it really kind of quick. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? If you got some extra money in your pocket, yeah, I definitely think it is. Pretty darn good tier 6. Fast rate of fire. Doesn't, alpha isn't, it's only one, it's 115, so it's 5 higher than your normal tier 6 with like a 75 or 76 millimeter gun. Accuracy is pretty good. Aim time's pretty good. Gun depression, good, if I can talk. Gun depression is great at -10, but let's just go over it super quick. So you get a tier 6 gun, 18.2 rounds. Now, these are stock numbers here. Rounds a minute, 128 standard, pen 177 for your premium. You get APCR for your premium, which I love, and 38 for your HE. I carry 6, which the only reason I even carry 6 is because I've got 65 standard and APCR rounds, so I can carry just a handful of HE rounds for blowing tracks off and stuff to reset. A cap, if I only had like maybe 40 rounds or 30 rounds, then I would probably carry no HE rounds. Average damage is 115 for your standard and your premium, which is nice. It's 5 higher than your normal tier 6 with a 76 millimeter, because they're usually right around 110. So a little bit, 5, 5 damage more per hit. Hey, I take all I can get. Average damage per minute is 2091. Dispersion is 0.4 stock, and the aim time is 2.3 stock. You get 750 hit points. The hull armor on the front, on the turret, and the hull is 63. It's got some pretty good angle, but not super thick. It's pretty good angled, but everything that shot me in this match had no problem going through me. On the hull on the side, you got 38, and the turret, you got 63 on the side, and the rear, you got 38 in the hull and 63 on the turret. So armor isn't super good. It does have some pretty good angle to it. If I would have been angling more, I probably would have bounced a few, but most of the shots that were hitting me were straight on. I didn't pay attention to see if they were premium shots or not. I don't think they were. I ended up going with a gun rammer, the vertical stabs, and coated optics to get my view range out there. I use big kits on everything. I know a lot of people think it's a waste, but I'll get hit by Artie. It knocks out my gunner, my driver, my loader, and then what do you get? Which one do you pick? I don't like doing that, and I always play for WN8. I don't play for money, credits and stuff. Anyways, just real quick, my rate of fire is 21.7 rounds a minute. So my gun reload is 2.85 seconds, which is actually pretty darn good. Gun traverse 39.63, hull traverse 45.89, pretty good for a medium. That's pretty darn good. Gun depression is -10, elevation is +25, pretty good. Actually, that's very good. Aim time 2.21 seconds with the vertical stabs. That helps at, because a lot of people they like to see the gun lane drive because it brings that number down, but your vertical stabilizers knock it down. Was it 20%? Yeah, 20%. It shrinks your reticle down 20% already as you're moving. 0.38 dispersion, not really good. It's not a sniper. You can probably get that lower if you have a better crew than what I have, and plus your crew skills, and if you change this around with vents and use food and whatnot, you can probably get that down to about 0.34, 0.36. My average damage per minute is 24, 23. Weight is 34.4 tons, so that's kind of a little bit on the heavy for a medium side. It's a medium, but it's a little bit heavy for a medium, I think. To me, that seems heavy. Engine horsepower is 410, so your specific power to weight is 11.92, which is okay. For a medium, I like that to be up around 16. The higher the number, obviously, the faster you take off, the faster you get from point A to point B, because you get to your top speed faster. So yeah, if I see around 13, 14, 15, I like to see a higher number on a medium than that, but that's okay. Top speed in 4 is 51.4, in reverse is 18. Not too shabby. I wish that were 20 in reverse, but 18 is very doable. Concealment, 14.34. Not too shabby for a medium. My view range is 416, and that's because I went with the coated optics. And my signal range is 469, which, boy, that seems low. Maybe it's just because of the tier. Let's see what the Sherman fire. Yeah, that's 608, 635. Let's see what the KV2. Yeah, that I would say KV2's signal range, just because that thing's blind as a bat, and that's 469. That's, strange. 587. Now let's get another heavy to be low again. 449. Let's go to medium. 548. Now we'll look at another medium, which is the one we're running. 469. Yeah, that actually seems kind of low for the signal range. But, interesting. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some game plans, post-game stats, and we're going to talk about the Anonymizer. And you'll see what I'm talking about, how basically you can figure it out, who's got it, who's running it, who's not. So, yeah, hold on for a minute, and I'll be right back with some gameplay for you. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure we're recording now, even though it didn't tell me we were recording. So anyways, this is the Loza M4-A2. It is a Tier 6 premium medium tank. Um, Obviously, we went over the stats on it, but kind of what I wanted to show is if you have XVM installed on your computer, you can see who is and isn't running the Anonymizer. Obviously, I know I am, but the SU-100 you can see because it's blocking the stuff out. Anybody that's in an SU-100 definitely has more than 100 matches. If it doesn't show those numbers, that usually is a representation that you have less than 100 matches. If you're in an SU-100, obviously you probably have more than 100 matches. So, and same with artillery, M44 artillery. So looking at this right off the top, I can see that the SU-100 and the M44 on my team, including myself, are definitely running the Anonymizer. Now on the enemy team, I'm guessing the 3485, the ARL V39, and T67. I guarantee those three are running it. And after the match, you will see that is in fact the people that are running the Anonymizer. So I give Wargaming a kudos for trying, but you know, it was an A for an effort, but a F for final product, because basically now that makes it easier for people to figure out if you are running the Anonymizer. More than likely your stats are probably good, and the reason you're running that is so you don't get XVM um, basically tore up. People look at that and they go, oh, look, he's purple. Well, now all they got to do, and now it's even easier, is look at this, and when they see that, they'll know that you are running the Anonymizer, and basically they're just going to do the same as if they looked at this and saw a 1794 WN8. So, the only way they're going to go to work around this and make it where it's legit and actually is going to work is one, make everybody run it, like turn it on everybody's account and basically force you to run it. Because if everybody's running it, then you look and you're just going to see a bunch of lines like this through everybody's stats. Literally, that's the only way. That and or they make XVM an illegal mod, and then you won't have an XVM to show you these numbers here, like that. And this, and this, and this. Yeah, somebody that's got that a 1, that means he's got the very first reward tank, is definitely going to have over 100. I'm pretty sure it's 100 matches before you start registering this number. It's either 100 or 1,000, but I'm almost positive it's 100. Then it starts giving you an actual WN8, which obviously then you can see. And then, well, we'll get the replay going here. You're going to see after, I want to look at something real quick. Oh, yeah, good thing I did look because it'd have blown your ears out. There we go. So, anyways, this was kind of a two-part replay, one for the M4 Loza A2, kind of since it's in the shop for sale, showing you, how it is good, bad, indifferent, and it's actually pretty good. It's got a really pretty fast reload, 115 average damage per hit, which is nice because it's not 110 like your normal 75, 76 millimeter, you know, tier 6 tank is usually 110. So 115, I mean, it's only 5 alpha extra per hit, but it's 5 extra alpha per hit. And you can see she spins around pretty good. Top speed on this I thought was 54 and forward, but we're only hitting about 30. This guy here is in a big yank to get in my way. And then he gets over here and doesn't even back me up. I figured that shot wasn't going to really probably hit, but I was lit and I didn't want to get tore up, so I'm just kind of moving forward and hoping that I get some help from Zeo teammates. I don't know, if that's too... People, some are asking me to shrink it down, and some are asking me to leave it, and some are asking me to make it bigger, so I think that's pretty good right there. So you get your normal guys in the center at the other end there trying to get shots on the people down the tracks. I was trying to get a shot on this darn artillery, but my -10 gun depression just wasn't enough. So 119, good hit. 124, really good hit. And then somebody else steals my kill. Bastard. Bastard anyways. But, so the Skoda hits me for 123. And then I start shooting this 3485M. And it's orange all day long, so that's telling me I'm probably not going to penetrate them. I did switch it over to premium rounds, but then the ARL-44 is sitting right here, so obviously I'm going to go after him since he's their top tier tank. So there was a bunch of tier 5s. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tier 6s on their team, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Did they get... Oh, they got one of theirs. 2 of theirs taken out already. You know, I was really surprised we ended up losing this match. I thought we were going to actually win this. But you can see it's got a hell of a good reload. I mean, I'm pounding this VK2801 like there's no tomorrow. And then this Skoda, I was trying to watch out because I know that these guys can shoot you under the tracks from across the way over there. And they're having a hard time with the Skoda. So I went to take them out. Somebody beats me to the draw. I'm on standard rounds, been on standard rounds again. Shoot the ARL on the side on an auto lock, bounces. We hit him that time and penetrate. We finish him off. The 3485's coming after me, and see, look at that. That 60 GFT that just had to get in my way at the beginning of the match, not helping me at all. And then the T-34S, they're just sitting there watching this guy shoot me. And then this guy over here is lit too. I mean, obviously, he's got shots at him, and this clown in the 60 GFT that just had to get in my way at the beginning of the match, he's just sitting there, aiming down the tracks and not shooting at anything because that railroad car's in the way of the T-34S down there to get hit. So this guy and all his his geniusness ought to be helping us over here, but he decided not to. So I swing it around on an auto lock, take him out, and I get plugged hard for 333 from the PZ4H. Bounce one on him, and the problem I ran into is I didn't know there was a Matilda and that ARL V34 there because they weren't lit until I pulled out here. Then I lit them, but also got myself killed because they hit me from over there. If I would have known those guys were there, obviously I would not have pulled out over there, but they were not lit. And I would have went after this guy, kind of probably use this wall, because his reload, I imagine, is probably about 13, 12, probably about 11, 12 seconds. So I could have probably easily taken him out with a 3, not even a 3, it's like 2.5 second load time. Oh yeah, I would have spit him out like pretty fast. But yeah, anyways, so there's the Matilda that got me, that rascal. Matilda's actually a pretty darn good tank. But yeah, if that PZ4H wouldn't have put 333 damage on me in one hit, then I probably would still be alive. And if these guys over here would have helped me, I might have still been alive. But no such lucky from Z Ducky. Oh yeah. So he knows he's over there, but what's he do? I'm gonna back up and let that PZ-4H just shoot me in the side. Then I'm gonna go down here and get myself killed now. I mean, you get hit for almost all your health. Obviously, he's gonna plug you again and knock you out if he hits you again, which, well, he does. I think he ends up killing him. Jackson over here did a pretty good job watching the tracks. We probably would have been better off having him over with us on the other side. Jackson's got a really good, pretty fast firing gun. Armor is, yeah, but tier 6, what do you expect? It's kind of the same on all your lower tier stuff. Um, Unfortunately, he takes some unneeded damage there from some stuff over here that's outspotting him. He does bounce around. That would have probably close to finished him off, but yeah, he did pretty good. I'm not complaining. I'm trying to go back and forth to different tanks, not back to my own all the time, but like I said, so now if you've got XVM, you can figure out actually easier who is running the anonymizer, just because of the simple fact that it shows um, basically no stats. So now all you gotta do is look and go, oh yeah, he's running it. He's running it. I'll bet you they're good players. And then they just gonna focus you out. So I'm wondering, this guy had a hell of a good match. If it wasn't for Artie, I think this guy would have won it for us. He gets another kill here in a minute, and then unfortunately, yeah, see, watch this, that PZ-4H. What the hell? Oh, okay, I went back to him. I'm like smooth move, Buttercup. But he takes out the PZ-4H, and unfortunately, yeah, the M41 HMC artillery took him out. I bet you he was just pissed. One kill off of a top gun. He had 5 kills. Damn good. I even told him, I said, good try, SU-100. You did a hell of a job. And he did. That was a fantastic job from, that's a fake name. It's not Aluja, but Alubati? Whatever the hell it is. Now, one of them, I'm going to pause it just real quick. Let me get these over here. Is it paused? Is it paused? It's paused. Okay. Now, one of these players, this Lucifer in the T67, it did not give him a fake name. You're going to see at the end of the match, the T67, he is definitely running the Anonymizer, and his name that they, like mine, they gave me some goofy name. This guy's name was still Lucifer. So, does it randomly change your name if it feels like it? Because if you go over on mine, your nickname was changed to WLAD1S for the duration of this battle. I don't know if it shows like this guy. If it doesn't, I don't think it tells me his. But yeah, this guy here, you'll see at the end of the match, he did use an Anonymizer, and his actual name was Lucifer something, and then it shows him as Lucifer. It just knocked out his stats so you couldn't see his WNA. But then, obviously, him, this guy, and this guy are all running the Anonymizer because their stats are zeroed out. So thank you, Wargaming, for making it easier to figure out who has good stats and who doesn't. I mean, given some people may, like there was one guy on the enemy team that his stats were like he had a 40, I think a 40 something WN8. So not a really good player. But I also think it might, like I said a couple times now, I think it might have been a reroll account. I'm not 100% sure, but his WN8 for the so far was like 40, and he was running the anonymizer. So was it because he's doing a reroll account, or is it because the stats were kind of bad and he didn't want people to see? I don't know. Yeah, see, this Jackson actually bounced a couple rounds there. It's actually got decent, it's got good slope and stuff. Now that I thought he was going to have it, this T67 comes over, already misses him. The T67 on the enemy team comes flopping up over here right in front of him. I really thought he had him. I thought that Jackson was going to take him out and get him here. Hits him there, lights him on fire, gets right up in his face, and the T67 actually, I think, bounced off him too. But unfortunately, he does get him taken out. If he could have taken him out, oh yeah, this would have been probably ours in the bag. But unfortunately, you can't win them all. So anyways, we want to hold on for a minute. I'll some post-game stats, and we'll talk about the Anonymizer. So I'll be right back, guys. And we're going to cut live into this breaking match. So by the looks of it, well, we're going to lose this match, but by the looks of it, I would say, guessing, oh shit, maybe we won't, who knows, that this Lucifer in the T67, myself, obviously, I think the SU-100, maybe the M4-A2 artillery. I'm guessing that, just off the top of my head, just really quick, those are the people with the Anonymizer turned on. Oh man, I wish he would have. Oh, smoke him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, so close. Very close to a possible win there, but unfortunately it was a loss. So we'll just go ahead and continue on, go right to the post-game stats. But I just want to see. I'm guessing I did this right in the middle of the match. Well, not middle, but towards the end of the match. And I'm thinking maybe it doesn't show an eye next to every one of the people that have it. It's not going to be like maybe broadcasting who actually had the Anonymizer on. But I wanted to show this tank anyways because it's on sale right now. Let's take a peek. Obviously myself. Okay, now the SU-100 showed he had no stats. He had a hell of a game too, 5 kills. And not that I want to throw anybody under the bus, but yes, 10,000 battles. Good player, really good player. Let's check out his WNA. 1618. So yeah, he definitely had the Anonymizer turned on because it showed he had no stats. Who else did I say? I think the M44. Actually, yeah, he had a different name too now that I think about it. And I believe the M44 artillery, not a bad player at all. And I think he might have had it turned on too. Does it show? Because I know for this guy definitely had it on. Does it? Oh, yep, it does. Okay. It shows right there that he had it turned on. Like, it doesn't show it here like it does mine. But he didn't. He did. He did. So he did have one turned on. I was going to say, because I think he had 0 stats, too. He did not. Did not. It seems like, and I mean, no offense, guys, and I'm not trying to be a dick or sound like a butthole, but it seems like the people that have bad stats, they just don't even care anyways. I mean, if I were somebody with crappy stats personally, I would turn it on because I would just be like embarrassed in a way. But you know, I guess to each their own, as I always say. And I guess if you got bad stats, you just don't care anyways. And all the guys, like these guys that did 0, not a single one of them had it turned on. I mean, so let's check the other team. Maybe we can figure out. I'm betting that, I'm thinking the artillery maybe. I think this guy had a different name. The Matilda, I think, had definitely a different name. And that T67, where is he? Because I'll bet you his name was Lucifer in the game, so. But wait a minute now. It shows he's got it turned on. I specifically remember his name being Lucifer in the game. I'm going to really pay attention to the replay. So this guy, yep, I kind of thought he might. I just said that too. I thought artillery maybe. Matilda, I really had a definite feeling he did, but what do you get? Destroyed 2 enemy tank destroyers with a medium tank in 1 battle. Good job on his part. I mean, for their team. So far, what was it? 2 people? 2 people? God, sorry guys. 1. 2. Yep, this guy I knew he probably did. 3. Let's look at their stats. I'm just interested. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, 656 average damage. I always go by the average damage per battle because that usually gives you a really good idea what their WN8 is. So 656 average damage. I'm guessing that his WN8, without looking at it yet, is, I'm guessing, probably mid to high 8s. Well, 770. That's pretty darn close. See, I can usually tell just by looking at their average damage. This guy here, he had it turned on 821, so his is going to be about the same. It'll be probably in the mid to high eights. Oh wow, a little bit higher than I thought. I was off a little bit because normally, and what other guy did here? The Matilda? Yeah. I'm trying to do this really quick. 89. Now that guy definitely needs to have it turned on with his 412 battles. This one I couldn't tell you because obviously he's got premium. It might be a reroll account. He could have a real high. Yeah, his WN8 was 42. But I don't know. Maybe he's just got a reroll account. Who knows? T67. So is it 3 on the other team so far? So basically, I think 3 on the enemy team or 4, and then like 3 on our team. So the people that have stats that really, you know, are blah, they're not turning it on anyways. They don't care. They just don't really care, I guess. So one guy over here did, obviously, with a low win 8. Not like I said, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. You know, like I said, it could be a reroll account. He didn't have a lot of battles, but anyways, so just about the tank itself, too, the Loza M4-A2 Sherman. Um, you know, I actually thought that this match, being that I was top tier with the armor on this being as angled as it is, I would definitely bounce some rounds. It's not that it's that thick, but, you know, we were top tier, and I think there was tier, this is what, a tier 5, right? Tier 6? Yeah, tier 6. And I think it went all the way down to like tier 5s. I'll have to pay. Yeah, T67, that's a tier 5, I believe. M10, no, that's a 6. Go to T24, Matilda, I think that's a 5 or no, that's a 6. Maybe it was all 6s, I'm not sure. But anyways, I think we were top tier. But we bounced absolutely no damage, I think. Oh wait, and the Matilda, which has a real kind of a crappy gun, said none penetrating, but I think it showed that I didn't bounce any rounds. I must have to play a certain, it must be at least a tier 7 or something to get that gold drop or something. But anyways, we hit the ARL. I did put it on premium rounds because you could see I was bouncing off. I think it was a 3485M. And the standard round on this I really thought would go through pretty much everything, no problem. 128, and I was bouncing off the side and rear of that ARL 44, which, I mean, yeah, it does have 100 millimeters of, I believe 100 millimeters of frontal armor on the ARL. Oh, let's take a peek real quick. 120 on the hull, 110 on the turret, and it's really well sloped. So yeah, I was bouncing on him. The 3485, I was bouncing on him. So I did switch it over to premium rounds for a little bit. I did kind of almost forget to switch it back, and I realized when I was shooting, I believe it was I hit him a bunch of times. The 28 VK 2801. I was shooting him in his commander stats. I'm like, oh crap, I'm on premium round, so I swapped it back over to standard. But anyway, so ARL, we hit him 4 times for 446. Average damage on this is like 110, I think. Oh, 115, so it's 5 higher than it usually is for a tier like this. I hate these guns that only do like 110, 115 average damage per hit, because it takes so long to do any kind of damage. I mean, we'll look at the end, but I mean, I hit a lot of shots, and I mean, I just barely broke, what was it, 1,500 damage or something? 1,444 damage. But ARL hit him 4 times for 446, knocked out his track, 3485M. We finished him off, hit him once for 34, knocked out his track. Damage upon spotting him was 398. We originally spotted the ARL V39, the VK 2801, and the Matilda 4. The ARL V39, he got hit for 233 upon us spotting him. The VK 2801, we put 5 shots in him for 610, finished him off, and knocked out his commander. The Hummel, we hit him 2 times for 243, knocked out his track, and he got hit for 57 upon us spotting, and I thought I was going to get the kill on him, but somebody beat me to the draw. couldn't get my gun down. I thought it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, but for some reason I was like, God, I thought it just seemed like it didn't want to go down over the tracks. But anyways, I just probably wasn't up, high enough over it. PZ4H, looks like we just hit him once, and I think that was on an auto lock. I just did an auto lock, popped a shot when I was trying to get out of that area. When I went over that hill, no one went with me, so I had no cover, basically. So, kind of went to my doom. And the Skoda T24, we hit him one time for 111. It was a Master Badge Class 3, fire for effect, and a bruiser. Base experience on that was 1119. We did the most damage at 1,444, 2 kills, base experience. I'm sorry, I said 11 something. It was 574. And you can see we had a lot do 0. Yeah, I think there was some of these. I think the P43. I believe those are tier 5s. You look, I can scroll right to the end. No, that's the P43 BIS. So yeah, I think there's some tier 5s in there then. We had 22 shots, 17 hit, 13 pen. I did shoot some premium, just a handful. Total damage 1444. We got hit 5 times, 4 penetrated, 1 did bounce. Said hits, damage blocked with armor 0, so it probably just hit my track, knocked my track off. Spotted 3 damage, 6 destroyed, 2 damage with our assistance, 688. We walked away with 22,023 credits. I tell you guys, my win rate is just going in the shitter. My WNA, I mean, 2 matches, lost 2, but my WNA for just these last 2 matches is 25-36. I usually keep my WNA up good. It's my win rate that's, Jesus, I'm telling you guys, it seems like I can't win for losing and I can't lose for winning. I just can't seem to get a win for whatever reason the last couple days. Well, probably because I'm getting teams where people are doing, half your team's doing freaking 0 damage. That doesn't help. But that was I wanted to show you, it was a 4,204 WN8. So, I guess might as well just, well, I was going to go over, where is it? I've got this battle hit things, which is pretty cool. So you can see where they hit me. It's not like it was, well, that one I was really kind of surprised because that's at that angle, it was like a 45-degree angle. Well, maybe not quite a 45, but still it's angled pretty good. And he hit me in that upper plate and still penetrated. That's what he did. He's knocked my track off. Engine deck. That's kind of a weird, it's like he was sitting above me. But, in the side, obviously, and in the side. So, wow, that PZ4H, he must have had a derp gun on there. 333 damage, definitely had the derp gun on there. Yeah, wow. And you can see, we took a lot of shots. That was the artillery. This is the one where I was bouncing off his upper plate. Bounced a couple, then I swapped it over to premium, and then I ended up shooting the freaking ARL on the side. And then I still had an APCR, then I figured out I was still on gold rounds, so I put it back on standard and put a whole bunch right. And see, I'm aiming for weak spots, commander hatch, commander hatch, commander hatch. Well, that was a real weak spot, the dirt. Rear of the tank. I actually bounced one on the rear of his tank somewhere, I think. Oh no, that must have been the one I thought I hit him in the side and it just bounced, but that's why. I really like this kind of like a hit log, shows you where he shot everything. This is the guy that, yeah, he had the derp gun. I think he was really low. If I would have aimed that shot, I might have finished him off, but I can't remember. I almost think he didn't have a whole lot of health left, but he still might have had some left even if I would have penetrated and hit for damage. It's funny now, if that would have been me, that would have been counted as a hit with damage, but I get him, it's just a hit for a critical, knock his track off. Yeah, you guys probably feel the same way when you get hit and you're like, oh, yeah, pens me, but now I shoot him the same way and it bounces. All in all, it's got a great rate of fire. Gun on this is really nice. The dispersion isn't super good. The aim time's pretty good. Great gun depression at -10. If I were going to buy a cheap premium, I'd probably go for this one. It's not that expensive. I know they're selling it right now, or at least I saw it in my gift shop, which I didn't realize that your gift shops can be different. I've got this account and another one, and I saw that they were selling. I'm gonna cheat, guys. Sorry. I hate going do and trying to think of a tank, and I can't think of what it is. Um, so I'm just gonna cheat. Wasn't the Lanson? Wasn't that? One's a Super Pershing, Renegade, Patriot. I know I'm coming up to it. I can feel it in my bones. The Carnarvon Action X. Love this tank. And it's in my premium shop for this account. And I've already got the tank. So I thought, oh, well, it's going to be in my other premium shop for my other account. And that's the I don't give a rat's ass account. I just play on that one if I just want to get on and just don't care. So I went to buy this tank, not available. I thought, okay, well, I'll go back to this account, buy it, and I'll gift it to myself. Can't do it. It won't let you. I'm like, God bless America. But I didn't realize the gift shops were different for like different accounts or whatever. Or, so if they can do that, you can't tell me that they can't set it up to where somebody can't buy a tier 8 until they research a tier 8 tank and actually know what they're doing versus, getting an account, going out and buying a tier 8 and their biggest tank is a tier 2 and then playing matches and then you get them on your team where they do absolutely zero damage. And I'll tell you guys, with that anonymizer on, off, to be honest with you, the only reason I've got mine on is because I know for a fact I've had it happen a gazillion times. They see your win 8 and they just pound the snot out of you. If you're a good player, they want you dead. Now, to be honest with you, it's not rocket science to figure out who actually has it turned on, because all it does is it gives you a different name, which, whatever, what was my name in this match? Let's see, I didn't even look. My name was WLAD1S. Yeah, that would be real sneaky. To see that as a name, and then my stats would be, my battles are, so if somebody's got XVM, they're going to see a line through the amount of battles I have. My WN8 is going to be lined out, so it's going to look like I'm a newbie. So basically that's telling anybody that has XBM, it's going to be easier for them to find out who actually is a better player and who's got this turned on, because it just puts a white line through most of your stats. I mean, like I said, I was just guessing at the end of that match on the teams there who had the XVM turned on and who didn't, and I guess most of them right off the bat, like this SU-100, not only because he had 5 kills and he had a hell of a match, I mean, somebody with a 2 win 8 could do that, but I guess because of the fact that it showed his stats as being 0, like he had no battles, and he's in an SU-100. That's a tech tree tank. That's not a tank you can go out and purchase in the store. So obviously he's got to have several battles to get to an SU-100, and it said he had 0 battles, or you got to have at least I think 100 battles for it to show how many battles you have. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out who actually is running this anonymizer and then still focus them out. Really, I mean, come on. What they need to do is, I guess, and I hate to say it because I like having XVM, but the only way to really 100% make sure the anonymizer is working the way it should is, for one, turn it on everybody's account, and 2, make XVM a outlaw illegal mod. And I love XVM, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but to be honest with you, that's the only way they're going to make it where it's workable. Because if you got XVM, you can sit there and pick out who actually, like I did, had it turned on and who didn't. And like I said, we had like 3 on our team and 3 or 4 on the other team. Even the people that had the real crappy stats, crappy games, just don't care. They ain't gonna turn it on because they just don't give a rat's butt. They don't care. They don't care if you see that they got a win 8 of 5 and their win rate is 10% win rate out of 20 zillion matches. They just don't care. So why are they gonna go crank it on? I mean, one guy over here did. But like I said, I'm wondering if that might have been like a Steel Clubber secondary account or something. I really didn't get into it too much. I wasn't trying to throw anybody under the bus and go, oh, look, his stats suck. I mean, obviously, I can't. I don't have a way to blur it out. I see some people do. I don't know how they do it. So, tank wise, all in all, if you have a little extra cash, yeah, I'm going. Wait a minute, that tank sure looks different. Um, find it real quick, like. Yeah, the Loza, if I can pronounce it, Loza's M4-A2 Tier 6 um, medium. It's a pretty damn good tank. The armor isn't anything to write home about, but yeah, all in all, I'd spend the money. Well, I already did, but I'm just saying if you've got some extra cash, you know, it might be worth looking into. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this match. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe. I hope you guys' Christmas is boiling up to be a good one. And get ready for those gift boxes. I thought they were going to be popping open last night, but it's actually the 13th, so Friday, probably Friday morning, I think it is. Everybody's going to be digging into their wallets. So, hey, spend the money way you want. Don't listen to what people say. You know, I always get a rash of shit from people. Oh, you waste your money on that. Well, you know, it's my money. I'd rather spend it on World of Tanks than go into a bar or a strip club. Well, maybe I prefer to go to the strip club, but anyways, you guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield.